Hello guys, welcome to CAD and GIS Lumion Training Essential. This training we are going to do it in a series. So for this first video, we are going to look how you are going to prepare your drawing from SketchUp taken to Lumion. Then we are going to touch the basics of Lumion and some basic settings. Then in the next video, we are going to do an actual how to texture and place materials in Lumion. So without wasting much of your time, let's go ahead and start with the video. So as you can see, this model, we are going to be using this model. So the reason why I decided to place material from SketchUp, because before you can export your work to SketchUp to Lumion, you have to apply some basic material, even though if it is not the material that you intend to use, but you have to apply similar material that you feel like is going to be good after rendering from SketchUp. Because once you apply the material from SketchUp and export it, SketchUp is going to export those material and the model together to Lumion. And it's going to be like form of like a color ID. It's going to split them into color. So the parts will be grouped based on the color that you sent to Lumion. Because Lumion is not a modeling software, it's a rendering software, so it cannot detect model easily. It can only detect surfaces that have material. And if you export any object that has one particular material, it's going to consider that object as just one complete block. So that's how Lumion treats models. So as you can see, I applied material on this mold that I add here, this molding that I add at this point here, and as you can see, the projection for this background itself here. As you can see, the color is white because I want to be able to control that color here. So any color that has white here, if you apply material to it in Lumion, those materials will affect every other object that are in that model. So that's how Lumion works. So for the landscaping, you have to do landscaping from SketchUp as well. As you can see, I did a basic landscaping here, because you cannot do landscaping in Lumion. So that's how it is. So then for window, the material will be different, the doors have different materials. Then even the lighting here, I use the lighting, I put lighting points from SketchUp as well. So now that our model is ready, so we can now come. So there's actually a plugin that you can install on your SketchUp. I think Revit had its own, ArchiCAD had its own too, that you can just click. But first of all, before we send our model, let's go to Lumion and take a look at some couple of things. So once you launch Lumion for the first time, if you launch Lumion for the first time, you're going to have something like this. Let me discard this. You're going to have an interface like this. So once you have an interface like this, there are some sample files that came with Lumion. So like this, if you enter sample file here, these are the sample files. So you can come here, study how the files are one after the other, so that you can understand how they did their settings and all this things. Then here, the load button here, this load here, you can come here, click here, you can load an existing models that you work on. You can see them based on how long you have been using your Lumion. All the work that you have been doing are going to be stored here, so that you can access them easily. So you can click here to go back. Then you have save, then you have save as. Save as is when you just created a new page and you want to save. You're going to show you save as. It's not going to show you save like other softwares. So when you click on this new button, it's going to open like some blank sample spaces for you. So like this one, you have a plain ground. So what the plain ground is it's just like a vast line There are no trees, no mountains, no water. So if you are using it, you are going to be the one to put like all these trees and mountains and river and so on. Then we have mountain range, so you have like a plain land and some bit of rocks and BC and empty grasses, nothing. Then you have forest environment where you have trees has already been populated there for you to make your work easy. But mind you, environment like this forest environment, if your PC is not powerful enough, you're going to be having a problem, because some of these environments are optimized for powerful systems. They are not for like crack and shoot systems like the ones we are using. So me myself, I don't use this forest and the urban environment also. So we are going to be opening each of the environment one after the other to see how everything, like this plain environment. Let me show you how the plain environment is. So it's going to load the plain environment. So once you open the plain environment, as you can see, it's an infinite environment, no end, and it's just complete, just plain land and some textured grasses. So as you can see, let's go and check the mountain range and see. So when you click on the mountain range, you just double click. As you can see, while I'm turning, I just hold my right mouse button, press it down, hold it, then I move the mouse around. It's going to look around. As you can see, everything is just mountain. So you can zoom by rolling your mouse, the center mouse button, roll it. So as you can see, mountains everywhere. So all this environment, depending on what you want to achieve anyway. So let's go back and check the forest environment. So once you double click on it, double click. So wait while it loads. My system is a bit slow, sorry about that. So wait while it loads. As you can see, it's a very heavy scene, so that's why it's taking this long. So if your computer is not that powerful, please avoid these things like that, except if you have an urgent work that requires such a setup, or you have a very powerful system that can handle this type of environment. So as you can see how laggy my laptop is, because the environments are filled with lots of trees, as you can see. So the environment has been set up. So while I'm going up, I'm just pressing down the middle mouse button and pushing my mouse forward. It's going to like go up. It's just like the way you pan in AutoCAD. The way you pan in AutoCAD, just hold your middle mouse button and press this. It's going to pan. So this is how they do the setup. As you can see, there are trees around the environment. So once you import your work from SketchUp, it's going to land around this place. So all these trees will surround you. So you don't necessarily need to plant put a lot of trees while you want to render anymore. So let's go and check the other environment, like the urban environment. And most people, they use this urban environment in most cases, but not everybody. Like me, I don't usually use it, because it makes your work to be heavy unnecessarily. So we are trying to keep this video as short as possible, so that it won't be too bored with unnecessary video. So just let's wait while this one loads. So once we open this one, we are just going to go to the next one. So now you can check the other one yourself and see how the environment looks. So once you get this video, all you need to do is just explore most of the environment and see how. Then we are going to do at least basic mouse movement here as well, where you see how it works. Then next video we are going to do some basic render settings. So we are still waiting for this page to load. So we will gradually. As you can see, this is the urban environment. They have everything set up for you. So once you import your work to SketchUp, it's going to be around somewhere where this center is. You see this blue, red, and green. Yeah, that is the center point. So any drawing import from SketchUp is going to land here. So that's why they make that place vacant and free for model. So as if you check at this point where my mouse is, you can see some icons there. So where you have your build, so this build is where this environment is the build area. So once you are here, that means you've selected this button where somebody is, as if somebody is using a shovel. So once you click it, we are in this build environment. Then this, where this camera is, you click on this camera where they write photo. Once you click on it, it means you are in render environment. So this is where all your render settings should go. We are going to go through all this one after the other in the next video, but this one is just to show you each of the buttons. So if you want to go back to build, you can just come back and double click here. It should take you back to the build environment. So I'm going to switch back to an empty build environment by clicking on this file. Here you have like this save icon, or like floppy disk icon. Call it floppy disk, those disk. So once you click it, you click on new. Then you click on a plain field, because that's what I prefer to use. I love it because it gives me control and be able to position my tree and makes my environment light, since I'm not using a very powerful system like other architects. So for this one, so once you click on this file, you can always come here anytime you want. Then for this movie, it's actually used for recording animation. You can use either by recording or by image to image from file, and by movie clips. So that's if you have stuff like some clip save, you can use it. So that's how that one works, but we are going to look at it later. So we'll go back to build. So once you're in the build environment, you see all these icons over here. All these icons here, each of them have their uses. So this one is used for like importing object. Once you click here, that will slowly you just import your work. As you say, we don't want to make the video to be too long, so as you can see here, you can apply the material using this button here. Once you select the material, I'm going to show you how to use it. Here is for landscaping, but mostly I rarely use it, but there are some drawing like some rendering that may need to use it. So all these things we are going to learn them. Then the weather. Then most of the work are under this object where you can place your trees, your indoor, outdoor, all those things. We are going to learn them one after the other. Then these things are used in controlling the item that you place. Let's say for example, if you pick like a tree, if you double click it, it's going to open. You click it and you drop it. So once you drop it, you can move it. See this move is selected, right? You can move it. Once you click it, you can move it to any direction that you want. Then this one, you can scale it and rotate. Sorry, you can rotate it. You can scale this drawing. You can click here and scale it. If you don't know how to use this from the screen, you can use this one here, this side.